Today we continue to highlight the opinions of hospitality veterans about Lessons Learned 2020.
The average check on food and beverage has not fallen as much as the average room rate. If you looked at 1 year back, hardly any luxury hotel was into takeaway segment, but today every company is jumped into it.
With the announcement of vaccine, there is definite build-up of confidence, and I genuinely believe 2021 will be the story of two halves. First half could be a slower recovery process, and once a vaccine comes on the shelf, it'll definitely strengthen and improve the recovery process. And full recovery, from my perspective, is going to happen at least in the India context by the fourth quarter of 2022.
Today, I think most organizations have been able to at least halve their losses in the last 6 to 7 months, by and large. I think the immediate goal before us is to reach break-even.
But I think after the initial shock settled down, we all had to gather our wits and say, okay, where we are today and where do we want to be? So in hindsight, which is the best form of sight, I would say 2020 has been a good year for us. It taught us how to be resilient. It taught us how to be adaptable.
Most hotels continue to survive through this crisis, which means there were certain things done to help them survive 9 months with almost zero revenues. So there was a sequence of benefits that the regulators provided. The first, if you recollect, was moratorium. The second thing which was announced was the one-time restructuring. And the third thing which has been announced is the emergency guaranteed credit line scheme, right? ECLGS. If you combine the three, you actually realize that the government has tried a fair bit to ensure that businesses survive through this crisis.
Two more last macro perspectives. Technology and data will become extremely critical for our industry, especially for the small hotels and holiday homes, but actually across.
It was important to withstand the storm and not get wiped away. We scaled down our expenses, created new SOPs, discovered new ways to efficiently run the operation. Once the lockdown opened, newer revenue avenues were explored. Team was trained to multitask and to take up additional responsibility. It was doing more with less.